What is something that everyone should experience at least once in their lifetime? Being taught by a good teacher who is passionate about the subject and the students. The night sky without light pollution. Seeing the Milky Way bright and clear in all its glory is an unbelievably inspirational experience. Being financially stable. A meteor shower. Away from the lights of the city. Edit. RIP my inbox. Thanks for the silver. Seeing the ocean. Getting their ass kicked in something they originally thought they were good at. It's truly a humbling experience. Feeling loved. Edit. To anyone out there who feels unloved, know that there is likely someone out there who does love you, if not romantically, then in how they'd miss you if you were gone, in how you brighten their day with your presence, in how they look forward to seeing you and are glad you are here. Go out and find these people and invite them deeper into your life. Love is something that comes back to you strongest when you give it freely. P.S. Thanks for the gold. Being important to someone. By that I mean realizing it. Because chances are you're already important to someone. Edit 1. I suddenly learned to write. Edit 2. I think this comment got more people sad than I intended. I'm sorry. Quick fix though. And I really mean it. Get a dog. One who needs you before even knowing you. Life in the streets is really rough on humans. People who can talk, ask for help and know better how to get warm. Imagine how hard it is on dogs and also cats sometimes. You can make a huge difference in a life that, although a bit different, is as precious as any human life. Also thanks for the gold Anon. Staying up all night chatting with a friend about anything and everything. Nothing quite like it. Also taking a really satisfying crap that's been bothering you all day. A sunrise on the beach. Edit. Thank you for the silver. To be loved. I mean, really loved by someone other than a family member. Closing 76 tabs after a school project. Walking about really late at night with one good mate and just talk about life etc. There's just something so soothing and calm about it. Edit. Holy crap. Thanks for my first gold and silver kind stranger. Just woke up and did not expect this to blow up as much as it did. Also RIP my inbox lol. Sex is great, but have you ever got 100% on a video game? Have a late night talk or hang out with your friends without getting absolutely trashed. I've had this with my childhood friends. Whenever someone comes home from abroad or someone gets married, we take a day off, or half, at work and do a small reunion. No one seems to notice how late it gets. We would just talk and drink, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. No pressure on which ones to get. Play cardboard games. Listen to someone play the guitar. Reminisce school. Talk about the future. Anything goes. I feel like everyone should at least experience this. It's so chill. Seeing the northern lights. The rush of adrenaline and the sudden realization of how mortal you are that can only come from near death. Traveling alone. Edit. I'm not saying traveling alone is better than traveling with friends or a loved one. I'm just saying it should be tried once. Everywhere I've ever traveled, I've seen solo female travelers as well. I can't give specific advice because I'm not a female and honestly have no idea what they go through, but I know women do it. Sleeping under a starry sky. The warmth of another body. Jumping from a safely high cliff into deep water. That first breath when you swim back up and reach the surface of the water is something special. A best friend. Standing on the summit of a mountain, even if it's in the Appalachians or Adirondacks. Edit. I've done many summits in the Appalachian Mountains. My point was that you don't have to climb the tallest mountains to enjoy a breathtaking view and have a sense of accomplishment. A real, genuinely challenging decision. Not just something that makes you think, but something that makes you worry, and stress a little, and worry in the immediate aftermath of the decision that you may not have made the right choice, and then just accepting it. Because as much as it would be nice to live without worry, it's important to learn that sometimes there won't be an easy choice, but that things will work themselves out ultimately. To tell someone that you love them, and have them look genuinely happy back at you. Taking a leap of faith with something or someone. Edit. My phone is buzzing and I'm really looking forward to reading the responses after work. Reading through the awesome stories has brightened my day. Whoa. My first gold. Thank you, kind stranger. Fail. Really truly fail. Also, it only really counts for anything if it's totally 100% your fault. Failing a class because you just aren't smart enough, or you were too lazy to study. Losing an actually good stable so because you weren't a good enough partner. Not getting or even losing a job because you aren't good enough, etc. It's the biggest educator. It's rather mundane, and some people hate doing this, but everyone should take a trip on an airplane. It still blows my mind that human beings developed technology that allows us to be transported in a metal and plastic tube thousands of feet in the air. I especially love the rush as the plane is building up speed just before takeoff. I also find it amazing that our technology has advanced to the point where the airplane itself can do a lot of the work in terms of staying on course. Hearing the ice cream truck music and running to you mom for money, then sprinting down the street in time to catch the ice cream truck. Going to a concert of your favorite musician or a band. This is a truly amazing and life-changing experience. You feel so alive, as if there is no tomorrow. Spending a day night with stranger and them never being in your life ever again. But when you think back on that, it puts a smile on your face or reminds of you a happy moment in life. Priceless. I am not talking about a one night stand as in just have sex when drunk and then leave. Like a stranger suddenly come into your life for a very short time. And then the feeling or longing for that person again but knowing it will never happen. Like ever. Forgiveness. Hitting rock bottom and bouncing back. It changes you for the better every time. Psychedelics. A breakup. You learn that breaking up is not the end of the world and become stronger as a person. Working in retail. Seeing yourself in the best shape of your life. Total solar eclipse. It is one of the most awe-inspiring sights our solar system has to offer. After being directly in the line of totality in North America in 2017. I'm completely hooked now. Next one locally in 2024. Seeing the Milky Way with their own eyes. Live in a foreign country. The thrilling feeling of finding out a word's etymology. Hiking, camping overnight. A concert at Red Rocks Amphitheater. To love someone. I remember the day I fell in love. I've had other short relationships but I never felt something like that. It was a cold winter evening. And I was leaving the train station after I walked her there. Man. The emotions. I was crying while walking home. But that was the type of cry you have when you remove something very heavy from your chest. I always wanted someone to really care about. And finally I had. I remember people watching me while walking. But I didn't care. Having this feeling was simply too much to hide. This wasn't necessarily a good feeling. I mean, of course it was. But not in the normal way. It was something like a big sense of disorientation. Like if someone just opened my eyes and gave me the possibility to see a different world's shape. Another big awesome experience is making love. Not having sex. Having sex feels good of course. But making love is just another planet. Another level. Hope you found this interesting. Sorry for any possible error. English is not my first language. Riding a motorcycle. I've never been skydiving. But the wind and freedom made me feel like I was flying. Death. It's ducked up, but it can help you be more empathetic and caring to others. It can also help you appreciate life more. Edit. Holy it, I got featured in a video. What it truly feels like to chew 5 gum. I don't wish this upon anyone, not even my worst enemy. But addiction is just something I wish more people understood what it is all about. I hate when people say things like kill all the junkies cause they are just a waste of life, or why don't they just stop and get their life together. I hate that it cause junkies are people too and are just going through a really bad problem. It's not easy trying to stop and it's probably one of the toughest things anyone could go through. Not only that, but the family members or friends of the addict is also getting hurt too. But yeah, I don't want people to experience this ever, not even once, but to just take some time to understand more about addiction. Cause unless you go through it yourself, you won't really get it. Being a waiter. Anybody who makes an ass of themselves by itching at waitstaff has probably never been a waiter. Deer hunting or photography. If you're not a fan of killing or meat, plan your trip. A hunter friend will hook you up. Get in the woods by 4:30 am and sit still till around 9. Phone off. Just sit quietly in the woods as you watch the sun come up. See how everything interacts without knowing you're there. Hear everything and let it drown out all of the electricity that we're forced every day. If you see a deer, shoot it or take a picture of it. If you don't, you don't. But I guarantee you'll come out of those woods feeling 100% recharged for whatever you're about to go back to doing. I feel like I'm gonna get some flack for this. Being bullied, or picked on, or something that tests your ability to handle people who are actually set out to hurt you, as opposed to the default of people hurting you incidentally in the process of their just looking out for themselves. Ideally, not in your formative years, and it might leave a lasting impression on how you see yourself. There might end up being people who make it their goal to bring you down, not caring if it's to their own detriment. If you've been bullied, you have practice. Some people never learn how to put a stop to it, or to not put up with it. The joy and freedom of quitting a job on your terms. Real life struggle. It will humble you and give you compassion towards those who are in tough situations. Witnessing the moment that someone dies, not from something traumatic like a car accident or something, but an older or sick person on their deathbed as the life literally seems to leave their body, no matter your relation to the person dying. I witnessed both family members and non-family members due to working in a nursing home for a while. It's humbling. The first time you wonder, are they dead? Has it happened? Since it seems like it'll be difficult to distinguish. But there's literally a moment you can point to where a person's life appears to literally leave and go somewhere else. Your perspective changes a lot regardless of whether you're attached to the deceased or not. Getting punched in the face when you deserve it. It's an instant attitude adjustment. Realizing that you can't just say it to people and they have to take it. A historical event. One that you know will be in history books. I think SpaceX's first VTVL rocket landing will definitely count. Seeing your favorite band live. Hearing everyone sing along and have that shared experience with strangers. Feeling the music in your bones as it plays. Loving and being loved by a dog. Go to Auschwitz, or someplace similar, like the A-bomb museum in Hiroshima. I feel it's important to witness, as close as we can without replicating it, the pain and suffering we are capable of inflicting. It is humbling yet terrifying, and something that is easily forgotten in our everyday lives. Lastly, it's important to realize that similar things are happening, right now, in other parts of the world. Ducking manual labor. Lol, too many people think trade jobs are bad. Learning a language that is completely different from your native language. I mean learning another language in general, but learning one that forces you to completely alter the way you approach thinking ordinarily is pretty valuable, I think. A video game that makes you breathless. Getting caught playing with themselves. Retail work, or some form of job in the service industry. A. Builds an appreciating of how idiotic, inconsiderate, and appallingly rude some members of the public can be. B. Develops an appreciation of those in these type of jobs, leading to politeness and patience, which may go some way to solving problem A. Having a friend like you as much as you like them. Have a best friend, and be that person's best friend. Major failure. It's a humbling experience when something goes wrong despite one's best efforts. It forces us to learn things about ourselves and question beliefs that may not be true. Having a dog or cat sleeping on your lap because they chose to, and having the realization that they really, truly love you. Become a father, mother, and seeing your baby smile at you. I feel like a road trip is a great experience, whether you do it with friends, family, or by yourself. Just taking a couple days or a week to drive around and see the sights is an incredibly relaxing thing to do. Scottish Highlands. Go to Inverness. Pick up every tourist brochure you can find. Get a car. Head east and then travel in any direction you want. Then forget everything you plan to do in the brochures because every inch of the place is spectacular. Oh, and when you're in Inverness, take the boat ride on Loch Ness to look at Castle. I lived near there when I was a teenager. As a teen I hated everything, so took it for granted, but every time I have to go back up there I keep forgetting just how beautiful it is. Putting your hand in a bag full of rice. It's simple, but that's some asthma right there. When you have an incredibly hard problem and try to solve it for years and finally do it, it is more emotionally heavy than the death of a family member. Losing to a better team person builds character and teaches you that loss is merely temporary, a mere roadblock to success. I've watched friends of mine with better GPAs in college suffer in the work field because they did not learn people management skills. I've also seen people with far worse GPAs than me succeed more in their careers than I have. It's about competing not on paper or being better than someone, but why you are falling behind in your goals and they are succeeding in theirs. Do I need to be more assertive? Work harder? Get a certification? If you have never lost, you will never know how to win. Teaching someone something. It feels great. My father once told me that there are 3 painful experiences that everyone should go through at least once in their lifetimes. 1. Having your heart broken. 2. Being the one to break somebody else's heart. 3. Unrequited love. And not a crush. A proper, full-on unrequited love. Like from the movie 500 Days of Summer. His argument is that it is only when you experience the worst depths of pain, frustration and guilt that you can understand what it's like to truly love somebody.